And we're back. This is a TOPANDA League match between ratxt1 and ntillerman. They started without telling me, so we're seeing Geiger Mirror, and I guess some cool stuff's already happened, like some J clashes and whatnot.
Yeah, we have... No, I'll let you finish up.
No, I'm good. I'm good. They want to get started, then that's fine with me.
So yeah, a second ago we had identical numbers of time spirals in the discard, both jacks, but ratxt now going on the offensive, picking up temporal distortion. Wow!
Immediate cycloid.
Immediate cycloid. I guess to beat greedy king.
Yeah, king's pretty fair. Ntillerman's option is, you know, beat cycloid, beat king, which is good too, right? With blocking, yeah. But also just to go neutral with just block is kind of okay.
Mm-hmm. And now ratxt1 with just 4 cards in hand, so that temporal distortion it's very deceptive.
It's an unhype.
It's sitting there, yeah, it's sitting there being impressive and whatnot, but it actually means exactly nothing.
It means he can dodge cycloid into unjokerable time spiral hurricane.
Yeah,
that's about it.
We got the other silent 2 aces in hand.
Right. And for those just catching up, this is Mystic Juicer casting alongside me for the first time.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, pleasure to be on stream.
Awesome. Yeah, usually he does his own stuff, and it's super hype too.
Thank you. Yeah, you can check out my channel. Just type Yomi into YouTube for stuff.
You'll probably find him. The J's.
Ooh, okay.
J's for days.
Yeah, not bad. At least, ooh, okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I like converting.
Yeah,
for
and it
damage
says you lost combat.
Yeah. I mean, it is true. Like, the damage is fine and all, but there's got to be basically nothing in the tank. And like 51 on 5 cards is just, you can't do that reach. Like, I know Geiger's ridiculous and like he can deal just absurd amounts of damage, but there's no way like in the game state right now that you can actually reach and hit that 50 off a combat win.
Well, so here's the opposite problem. You're trying to do this against Geiger, who has 10 cards.
Exactly. Yeah.
So your 64 health can easily turn to absolutely nothing. It's in the exact same way, you know.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of blocking from ntillerman. I've seen, I think, a little bit of powering up, but otherwise he's been content to sit back. Nice, and this is the game that ratxt is consigned to. He's got to play this. Oof.
So many. Face
okay,
cards.
hello damage. But yeah, he's got to play this game where he's got to block as much as possible and then poke out throws. That's his range.
Yeah. Let's get one of those face cards back.
Yeah. So he's got so in spite of my anti-prediction, it's some sort of magic on stream. It must be like if I do recordings, I'm right all the time, like 100% of the time. On stream, no luck whatsoever. So now this is looking much more doable.
It was looking much more doable.
Yeah. Even now, I don't think it's too bad for him. Time Spiral Hurricane from ntillerman would be particularly rude.
Oh,
ooh.
He just calls out the defensive option.
Yep. And this could well lead into the entirety
Zawarudo damage.
Yeah, we can see. Oh, no face down either. So this is pretty much KO.
Let's see if it happens.
Yeah, aces. If he has the other 2 aces, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, 42 plus 9, 51 plus 78. And that's what happens. So it's like, for ntillerman, right, you can...
Casual 70.
You can block, right? You can block time spirals and still be okay. Like, it's kind of a hand destruction tactic to use against Geiger. And you playing a grappler, you understand this the same way that I do, that there are times when you want to just throw Geiger to lower his hand size, but also you're kind of okay with blocking time spirals because it costs him tremendous investment to put you on the ground for 10.
Yeah.
And so and Tillerman's Geiger can just feel like, okay, I'll just play Geiger as Geiger intended, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hang back.
Mono blue.
Yeah.
Down back life.
Yeah, just down back hard. Wait for you to spend a lot of your options, and
Nice
then I'm just gonna one-shot you, and he did that. So
Let's
then,
go.
yeah, ratxt1 counterpick with Zane.
Yeah, so switch to Zane, can deal the damage he needs to. Opens with a nice 2-poke into good shenanigans here.
Yeah, Queen's what you want every time you land that 2-poke.
Yeah. Okay, no jacks and no 9s, possibly no 9s in hand.
Yeah, hard to tell there.
Yeah. Probably okay to conserve the 9s if you do have them, because there's nothing you can follow the 9 up with. And it's only 3 extra damage, and you're giving up a lot, like one of your better knockdown starters if you do that. Okay, good defensive jack here. That is the combat loss that Zane wants to take, which is throw the jacks.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely want to not put your face into a queen, but...
Yeah. And Zane can get away with dodging those in the fight too, because he just gets such good card efficiency off dodges.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just shenanigans up some stuff, and then, okay, I spent 1 card to do some damage. That feels about good, you know, that feels pretty good against Geiger, because that's kind of the whole point of Time Stop, is to prevent the opponent from building.
Nice throw.
You know, Geiger builds, you don't build, and then you explode.
Yeah, exactly. He just sits on you for the late game. You've tried to undercut his time spirals.
Oh, boy.
With your, yeah, oh, that's a very good combat win for ratxt. You can get some of that damage. Nice, flips another
Getting
queen.
rewarded with queens.
Very, very good.
And whatever he normal drew off that 3 attack too, that's what makes those poke starters really disgusting for Zane.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tillerman going for the
Nice.
unblockable and eats tremendous damage. Like,
So Tillerman's still in a very good position here. He can play king or ace-ace to defend himself if he really feels like it, or he can block up. Oh,
yeah, this is like the
tannest of throws.
the grave tech where when Zane fears you so much, and this is what I was talking about in the Rodok versus CPAP match, is when
Riker going.
Oh, good.
4%.
Wait, hold on. Let's. And Tillerman needs to pause the game and then school us on
Yeah.
the proper percentages. Yeah, that's the Zane is afraid of getting reversaled. I'm gonna dodge, so it's okay to wake up throw sometimes.
So now probably
Much higher than
expect
4%.
Tillerman to go back into blocking here. Try to bait out a wake up attack, or possibly just play a rude 5 attack. Cover yourself against 5 throw. Option select versus block. It'll beat both of those options very nicely.
Yeah, or just time kick.
Yeah. So we'll see what kind of Geiger Tillerman is.
Yeah, what percentage do you cycloid?
Good block. Yeah, exactly. I've got to assume, well, maybe not at 60 health.
Yeah.
Maybe not at 60 health and with no temporal distortion out, but no, that's pretty legit, I think.
Yeah, well, Hurricane's actually not too bad.
Ooh. Okay,
yeah.
it's anarchy time.
Yep.
he's at sub he's at sub 50 health, and this is I think
oh, here we go. Tillerman's on tilt.
Yep. See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a concept in sports that you play the man and not the ball. And this is, I think, ratxt playing the man, which is go for max anarchy, piss Tillerman off so badly that he just, you know, gets flustered and possibly makes a mistake, gets tilted for the rest of the set, that kind of stuff. Methodology alpha.
Yes.
That's
the true meaning of MA.
I like that.
I just made it up right now. And then you throw, because you can do tons of damage off of throws without spending your aces. So now we're going to shenanigans a 7, and then we're going to go, 5 throws, 7 poke, jack.
I want to see 6-7 jack here. It'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it would be to have 5 combo points.
Oh yeah, good point. Good point. I need to apply Bob's Guide to Reading and actually like.
It's a serious guide.
It's true. It's true. Some sick strats. So we've got two rude things here. We've got Max Anarchy and to just kill you, or we have Cross Up 7. No, Cross Up 7 doesn't quite do it. Cross Up 9 into
game.
Oh, tilt achieved, sir.
Here we go. There it is.
Bring the noise, indeed.
The silver bullet. And that's the thing, though. Looking at ratxt1's hand, his hand was not okay. If that didn't work.
Oh yeah.
Given the 9 cards in ntillerman's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone telling ntillerman that he should have played the Nash equilibrium range of 0% anything but block. So yeah, Captain Hindsight.
Immediate switch into Troc.
It's the master of the equilibrium.
See how ratxt see how ratxt play. Riker with the eye roll smiley. That's dedication, man. It's always bringing secret chat tech. So I was gonna say, so we'll see what kind of game plan ratxt has in this matchup.
Yeah, this is a very winnable fight for Zane, despite how hard it is for Troc or for him to deal with Troc's face cards. There's still a lot of counterplay. You just gotta be gutsy, and that's one funny thing about Zane is he never really has to do that. Like a lot of times, other characters have to make really gutsy calls all the time. This is like the one fight where he has to do that.
Yeah, he's got to be brave now.
And so then it becomes like, oh, this matchup sucks. Let me just 9 poke into a king for 36 damage. And the normal attack nailing the king draws me a queen. Then I shenanigans the J. Oh, cool. Hard matchup.
So ratxt playing very soft to throws right now. Just playing to beat queens and jacks in the early game, and also blocking a lot. So we saw 2 blocks so far, a single dodge, and which may seem odd against a grappler, but so many. Nice throw there by ntillerman, switching up the range a little bit. Which seems odd to go against the grappler, but so many Trocs like to defend themselves early with queen and jack because it's so safe against the entirety of Zane's range. Beats any kind of throw attempt, beats any kind of... Oh, the standing 9, though!
Draws a card.
That's gorgeous.
Nans gives him a throw, so that's something.
Poke?
No, the term is duff.
That's definitely a duff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna hit him hard. He's like, I don't care. I don't need my shenanigans. I drew a card.
Yeah. Let's just deal some damage.
Yeah. And get the knockdown.
Evens up the life total, and both on 7 cards in hand, so very healthy hand size for Zane. And
to touch on the point about Troc just playing face cards into you early game, then what ends up happening is Troc has like a 30 life lead after playing like JQQ, and then he's like, all right, now I'll start playing Yomi.
Yep.
And
now I've got to settle down. I've got to pick my blocks. I'm going to play my block throw range, my standard grappler block throw range. Yeah, and we see Radix got big damage, and now he's out. He's gonna decide.
Yeah. ntillerman shifted his range to apply normal poke to beat anti-king play.
Yeah.
And Zane has no 5 attack, so it's notable that the 5.8 is not a problem. It's just as good as everything else that Zane can play to beat the king.
Yeah, the only thing it loses to are 2 and 3.
And queen.
Nice.
So one thing that ntillerman unveiled at the beginning of the match was he's willing to play bull charge. Like, people tell me all the time that bull charge is way better than bull rush in this fight.
I just call it fast J, slow J.
Fast J, slow J.
Never keep track of which of them.
Yeah, like, okay, I get it. I understand. It beats most of the same things. The problem that I run into is that it does allow Zane to start playing Anarch Crusher in neutral.
Yeah, standing jacks from Zane just to get the knockdown, basically acting as another king.
Right, and if you're not really like
good damage by ntillerman here.
Oh yeah, it's 3 damage. I get it, but if you can count how many times you've had Zane at 2 health and you're like, damn, I wish I played that Bolt Charge, it's gonna be extremely, like...
Oh, these standing
few.
9s. ratxt trying to home in on some kings here, but it's just
Zane
not
bunkers, right?
Sorry?
The Zane bunker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Gets basically as much damage as the lawyer off a connect, too. Oh.
Yeah. Bolt Charge.
Yeah, just
so
undercuts.
It just
Good
tells me
damage.
it just tells me to play Jay in neutral. That's what I get from that. And I would do that as Zane.
Okay, we're gonna threaten anarchy. if I'm ntillerman, like I'm so pissed off right now that I have to think about whether anarchy is real in this instance.
Well, what's really fun is that if Zane can score a knockdown, like say even if good move trades with Crash Bomb right now, and now Chalk's on his back, all of the counterplay options that Chalk likes to play just die to anarchy.
That's right.
And then so that opens them up to just throw into Ace or throw into 9J, repeat the process.
Exactly. Which he may not even have anarchy at this point.
Right.
Nice dodge there from ntillerman. Oh wow, no face down. Okay.
Okay.
ratxt accepting his fate.
Ah, okay.
Redemption.
And Tillerman's like, yeah, Beast Unleashed is a pretty stupid move.
Yeah, he's gonna tell us how.
Yeah. Oh man. Salt NATO. Okay, back to Geiger.
Yeah, here we go.
Back to a good character who can one-shot you without Jokers being a problem.
So this is actually a matchup. So I don't know. I mean, obviously Geiger is very strong against all grapplers. His toolkit is very good. His time spirals sit at that really awkward range where not too many buttons, too many high value buttons, I should say, from any of the grapplers are going to undercut it. A little bit different against Chalk, you know, jacks, queens, ace, all 3 of those good options against time spiral. But other than that, is there something about this matchup that, like is this particularly worse for Chalk than say Rook or Midori?
Okay. Chalk loses his blocks when he blocks kings. And he loses his blocks when he blocks pokes, and
good queen here. Like
every single time Geiger lands an attack on him, he's losing blocks.
Okay.
And it does become kind of a problem.
So at some point late in the game, assuming you can run him out of blocks in the first place, which we've established is very possible, you may have a hand that's entirely checkmated to just any time spiral. Yeah,
or time spiral hurricane.
Okay, and ntillerman trying to get out of a bad hand here. I mean, otherwise there's absolutely no reason to gold burst. Good block.
Yep. But yeah, still he loses the card, so it's it's tough. Like we can argue all day about whether or not this is actually like a detriment to Chalk's gameplay that he loses the cards, but against Geiger, where every block is sacred, it actually becomes an issue, I'd say.
Arg. So very even life totals. Actually, his play. His play against ratxt so far has been really effective at keeping Geiger at 4 cards. So even though he's getting kind of beat up by these time spirals and they're kind of stuffing a lot of options that he's playing, it's just, you know, it's coming in 20 damage, 15 damage, 8 damage at a time. And those are losses that you're actually super happy to take.
Yes.
So long as you're training all of your life, as much of your life as you can afford. Ooh, this might be big. Yeah. Even just 6 into 7 is a lot of damage.
Nah, draw the card.
Yep.
Chalk's a grappler. You're sitting at 5 health. At any moment, you could be down to 1. Or 5 cards, I mean. You can just war stomp you down and kill you.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. We could very well see. Oh,
now we got
Cycloid.
Cycloid.
That was a very important combat that ntillerman didn't know he had to win, but absolutely did. With those two aces in hand now, not only is Geiger's hand size much higher, much
I thought we'd see a
healthier at
triple D
7.
right now.
Oof. Yeah, this is very, very gross. It's entirely possible he's got lethal in hand right now.
Yeah.
Luckily, ntillerman has not played a single queen or jack so far. So he potentially does have the ability to he can at least threaten the fact that he has queens in hand.
Yeah, just play it.
That's
play it.
That's
Call it out.
Yeah, that's rip. Unless he has the other joker and ratxt just doesn't have enough normals in hand.
More
to
queens,
complete
huh?
it, but does not even face down.
So it's 37. Needs 10 more damage.
Yeah, it's guaranteed
Spaghetti
he has
together
that,
like a
for sure.
5/6 or a king. He's got 3 cards left. He may not have it.
This just throws in hand. That could be tricky. Could we see the comeback?
That could be horrible. That could be like checkmate, or you're checkmated by Beast Unleashed and you're back in the game or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
7.
we go.
No, it's not enough.
Okay, he's at 3. Just has to find any normal and navigate not getting lit up by too many queens. He's got now Geiger can play that same game that Trock was playing earlier, which is just trade hit points for guesses.
Okay.
And even willing to make ntillerman go for the throw.
Oh boy.
Oh. Okay,
So now we
ignore
got the
everything I
mix-up.
just said. Jack is coming here. Jack or dodge, I think.
Jack or
is coming
dodge.
here. Yeah. Lethal on both sides, if on success.
I just blocks. He didn't have one. But he was
This is so
correct.
cruel. Yeah, ratxt sitting on basically an unlosable position. Something incredibly
Wow,
miraculous.
You just
He has-
said that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he-
All right.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, closes it out.
This is a 9-card Trock you're talking about with 2 blocks attached.
Doesn't matter. There's no like unless he
Yeah. Many
actually has the
dodges.
cards, just can't come back from that. Even Beast Unleashed is just not enough damage. It's gonna make it a little bit closer and actually bring a loss into the realm of possibility if he had Beast Unleashed or successfully. But very, very tough. Very, very tough position.
Yeah, you just gotta catch that throw with the 6 poke, and then you're in there.
So
that's all
we see
Trock needed to
ntillerman
do.
switch to Zane as well, knowing that ratxt is probably going to
Yeah.
switch. Okay. I guess the other option, if you feel good about it, would be just to switch to Grave. Although I don't know how ntillerman feels about that particular matchup. I know there's some leeway in terms of
Yeah, it might be too
how
even.
advantage.
It could be too even of a matchup for ntillerman to want to play
Mm,
willingly. That's just his playstyle.
that's fair. Ooh, yep. Opens with a throw.
And that's
Geiger.
that's not a dig on him at all. He's a very like
for sure.
optimal player, and it's like if he feels like he can beat a truck after beating Geiger, then he's okay. But I just wonder if Grave was in his repertoire out there though. He talked a lot about leading with the gray in like
Okay.
all sets ever because of how hard it is to counterpick the character.
Yeah, that's
And-
fair.
Oh,
Oh, good value trap there. Or, I mean, maybe not even a value trap, but just, I think, so we saw him throw into a 6 and nothing. So, if you have a high normal, you're probably tagging it on there. And I guess ratxt decided, okay, well, I'll take the possibility that that means that there's actually no normals in hand. And throw out the time spiral. Option select against most stuff.
Yep.
And block, but unfortunately eats 24 damage for that incorrect assessment.
yeah, the card draw is what makes it so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Getting
Yeah,
that.
after all of that, Zane's still sitting on 6 cards in hand.
Yeah, it's like when good king.
Very nice.
Yeah, like you play a jack hoping to lower your opponent's options in their hand, and then they undercut you with a normal attack to draw a card.
Yeah,
That's like no.
that's like
not-
double opposite.
It's not
of
what I wanted. I lost combat, took a bunch of damage, got knocked down, and then your hand size was the same.
Hacks.
Oh, not again!
Oh no! The sad air horns. Pew, pew,
This is where you got to
pew.
do that Setsuki tech of playing the normal attack, or the even normal.
Yeah.
2 attack to call out the Zane counterplay.
Oof. 3. Yeah, that .3 speed. Sitting very, very nicely just under Queen. Very, 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 very nice button to have found against ratxt here. And gets the knockdown. Looking very, very, very nice for ntillerman here. ratxt notably having woken up with the king immediately on first knockdown, rather than playing the, I might have it, therefore I should throw.
Yeah.
So see what happens here.
There's a thing I say a lot. Oh man.
Nice. You got him. Smoke him if you got him.
Yeah. There's a thing that I say a lot about certain things, particularly when playing Argagarg, and in this situation against Zane, is and I probably feel this way because I play Midori. There you go.
Nice check.
Now you got it.
Unfortunately, actually a very, very nice button by ntillerman there, because since it's only beaten by a 2 or a jack, and the jack is just going to lead into 8 damage, and the 2 is probably not going to lead into too much damage either.
Right.
So, really good button.
Yeah, he anticipates that Zane's out of throws now, or out of good normals, and he's going to cover up the throw block option, because normal draw is good here if Geiger hits into that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I like to think that blocks beat dodges, is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So being able to option select, like beating someone's attack and also maybe their block dodge. That's what makes blocking so good in this game. It's like we talked about this with Grappler philosophy was, you say, are they going to attack? If not, I'll throw. I say, are they going to throw? If not, I'll block.
Right.
It could be a Rook and Midori thing.
It's entirely possible. It could be a weaker player versus a stronger player thing. No, I think both ways will give you a sense of just how important those options are. Formulating it my way reminds you of how strong your throws are.
Yes.
And formulating it your way reminds you of how strong your blocks are.
Yeah.
So we have Zane at 4 cards in hand, Geiger sitting on the ground, but I mean, Zane can always deal damage. There have been a lot of jacks. We've got 2 jacks and a 9 in the discard.
Oh boy.
Ooh! I like that play.
Say, are we going to see a Cycloid or are we going to see something else? That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Because he's playing reversals willy-nilly, it means he still has stuff. Like, typically, like, you kind of hang on to your final one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to die, and then, like, okay, I'm going to hang on to this king for dear life, and I'm going to try and block the mix-up this turn. And that way, if I get hit and I'm in it again, I still have the reversal.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's just kicking out kings like candy, so...
Good call. Smart burst there, too.
Cycloid!
Ooh. Yep, just plays it.
Why not?
Very nice.
What happens? You get dodged?
Ooh!
Oh!
Oh boy!
Does
Does he have a triple in hand? Does he have 3 of a kind? Because then he can just threaten to do that again.
Because that's the thing, is that you can trade the damage for the extra combat win, right?
That's right.
Because Cycloid beats so many things that sometimes it's okay to just hit him with ace, and then do it again, just to make them spend twice the material.
Yeah. And I think smart play there, just to play around the very possibility of slipstream phase for 19. It's not particularly the damage that you're worried about taking there. It's more that it's the combination of the damage, which is going to put you down at 17, and it's also removing that material from your hand. So you're going to lose those aces for no real benefit.
Oh, Zane on the ground.
This could be very, very good. This could be very, very good.
I was gonna say bad. So we're looking at it.
Well, for ratxt, it's very, very good. Oh, now do we see the? Oh, okay.
Maybe I'm the negative guy, and you're like the positive energy guy. You're like, yeah, my throws are sick, and I'm like, yeah, I'm scared, I'm blocking. And yeah, you're like, oh, this is great for Geiger, and I'm like, this is ass for Zane.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
It's turbo butts for Zane. Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh no! That is an upsetting thing.
Does he have
that
the
is an
12?
upsetting thing to get. Does he have both of them though? Is the question. Because then it's a great play.
Nope.
No. It was merely a good play.
Alright.
Meh.
Alright, ratxt1 goes up in the set. Will he stay Zane? He might switch off just because he knows that Zane is kind of exploitable in Game 7.
Yeah.
So we'll see what ntillerman does here. He might go to a safe pick like a Geiger or like a Degrader or a Grave here. Or bring out his epic Lum player. So he might bring that out too.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't remember. Somebody mentioned something about Lum Geiger, and I seem to remember that their feeling was that it was fairly even.
Yeah, here comes the safe play.
Yeah. So obviously, ntillerman feels that this matchup is at least well enough advantaged that he can play into it. And also, Grave is a very difficult character to counterpick. Possibly, I think, like the most difficult character to counterpick in the game, probably.
Right, and that's the thing though. ratxt1 has an Arg in his pocket as maybe one of his best characters, but it's still not a huge. Yeah, it's not a huge counter. It's like the Gray counterpicks. Like, yeah, big deal. You played a character you're less familiar with to get a 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was. Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
Fireballs.
You definitely, if you're gonna trade anything for that, or if you're gonna run anything into that Jack as Geiger, you want it to be a throw or another Jack, probably.
Mm-hmm.
At least the Jacks will trade, and the throws in particular, like you don't want to block that. Nice throw though.
Yeah, aggro.
Very good.
So much aggro.
Yeah. Well, ntillerman has basically not taken his foot off the gas since the start of his match. He's blocked once on knockdown in turn 2, and then I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't think you can combo that any other way.
Well, I guess if you're Val, you can throw 6-5. Like, is it a good block here?
ratxt1, I've seen from his Geiger, he rushes you down, man. Like, I've played him in real life tournaments twice, and I played him online a few times. His Geiger doesn't care that it's at 3 cards. It's nuts.
Yeah, we've seen him go very low, sort of atypically low.
Yeah.
In these matchups for Geiger. For a standard Geiger, you want to be sitting at like Rook levels of cards, just like 13, 14 if you can manage it. So you're continuously powering up for aces, continuously having possibility of Jack, Queen, and also a throw in hand. Continuously looking for your temporal distortion cards so that you can actually play them. I guess in this matchup, it's important to mention that it's kind of standard practice to hoard temporal distortion until you've got 2 or 3 in hand.
Yes.
Just so that even if they do all get countered, Grave at least has to, get rid of twice as many cards from his own hand.
Yeah, it's tremendous investment for him. It'll destroy his hand. And then if you know he has something like True Power Storms, then it's very easy to exploit him at that point. So we got 1 Joker, 1 Ace.
1 King. So he's got a very, very safe hand to be in this situation, even if ntillerman actually does have silent.
Yeah, and he has odd and even block too. That's an important thing to look at.
Mm-hmm. So very, very well equipped. Block is incredibly safe in this situation. Yeah, just because it has Joker backup. So even if there is True Power of Storms behind it, he does have to make ntillerman think about
bluff with the 2. Yeah, there you go.
Very good bluff.
That's what I wanted to see from ratxt1.
Very smart.
You're up in a set. You can take some risks like that.
Yep. You also conserve that continuous Joker. You can continue to play. You can slow down the pace of the match to where you're comfortable.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
counterpoke with
now
3. Again, we have to.
Do you bluff again? You get hit in the mouth?
Just gonna allow it. Go ahead.
He's like, I need this for Gold Burst.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's still got the Gold Bursting. Or
that's what I was gonna say. No, really though, because with this Geiger player going down to like 3 cards, he's like, yeah, I need aces. I can't get aces because I don't have cards. I have to play Joker.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah, ntillerman saying he knows that ratxt1 knows he had True Power Storms.
Yeah.
Why didn't he prevent it? ratxt1's saying nothing.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with Radix's approach not to not to say anything at this point. Don't give anything away about what your psychology is in this situation.
Yeah, if he's still even there. I don't know if he dropped or something. And
he just rage quit.
his cat pressed A, and now he's freaking out. It's like, oh, are you serious, cat? He's out of his chair right now.
Yeah, he's shaking that kitty. Poor kitty. He or she just wanted to love.
See, a guest says, "This is me." Like,
oh,
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I have no idea. Some sort of weird valuation.
Girl gets called out.
Play, spoofing.
Now you bluff again.
That's a tough.
Or get hit with 6J and die. What is going on here?
Yeah, I'm not.
What is?
Okay, could be seeing a bit of tilt from ratxt here.
Here comes Arg.
Yeah, could be willing to just. Yeah, I mean. Okay.
Grab some water. Take the Fra Orolo technique.
Yeah, the shoutouts.
Go and lay in the bathtub and fill it up, and then come back.
So you've got to submerge for at least 30 seconds for the power up to be complete.
Yeah.
It's a rookie mistake just to dunk, just to think that the whole body dunk, for like a second or two is going to work, but you really have to submerge entirely.
Yeah, you have to have the oily exterior.
Yeah, exactly. You want to hack on it, but not with oil. The most natural element. So, not sure about the no face down, no joker decisions from ratxt in the last few plays of the game. I don't think not face downing, not jokering against known true power of storms is completely incorrect. If you want to conserve, like you said, if you want to conserve the joker for gold burst, that's fine. If you want to try to do grappler style, where get him in a situation where he's committing something, and he really needs to go low hand in order to close it out, and then you can blue burst and hopefully manipulate your opponent's low hand into a grindy victory. Mm-hmm. But I think, I don't know, either nerves or jitters, or maybe ntillerman's behavior has maybe thrown ratxt for a bit of a loop.
It seems like this is one of those like tournament skills,
Yeah.
It's just sometimes like, what did I do the other day? I did known joker. I knew he had the joker, and I still played the buster because I just wanted the set to be over.
Yeah.
It's just amateur stuff like that happens sometimes. I make the mistakes. I'm out of the league now for that reason.
Yeah. It's tough. You can't take your eyes off the controls and off the game plan, even for a second. And little shifts in what somebody is revealing and what that means about their hand, and what how you should reevaluate your hand, and what your approach should be, can be really difficult to miss.
Yeah.
And if you get a little bit too antsy and press OK or pass a little bit too fast before rethinking about your decision, you can miss situations where, oh no, you've got one ace in hand and I should have powered up to have two aces, or stuff like that.
Yeah, I actually had a set where I lost the set because I ran a Midori Queen into a Gloria Queen. Well, this are bad combats.
Yeah, this is
one of those situations where you start to get mentally guard crushed. Because you've lost 3 combats, you lost the Joker, or lost 2 combats.
Yep. He has to recenter himself. He has to find his inner water shaman.
His inner Archigarg. There you are.
Good throw. Nice. Undeterred.
But yeah, I accidentally passed and then face downed my Glimpse of the Dragon.
Oof.
To the Queen, which is pumpable. Then he hit me with a Queen pump into Overdose, and that was basically the end of the game. Yeah. And the end of the set. And that was like the worst way to lose a set, period.
Yeah.
In this particular matchup, though, talking about Arg versus Grave, it's considered slightly Arg favored because a lot of the big damage that Grave deals is with True Power Storms. And a character that can play these really powerful block options and stall you out is prone to just beating that range. And Grave
Yeah.
runs out of throws quick. Like, he needs to draw into them, he needs to make them hit, and they need to do damage. Like, going that 7 throw into 5 jack, that's really, really, really important for ntillerman right now.
Absolutely.
You
And we
can't
can
just
see
you can't just throw for knockdown. It's not gonna end the game for you, because if you run out, you just get mono blotched to death.
exactly. Ooh, reading another throw there. Anticipating the
gotta
throw
be
to come out
Joker too.
after power up.
Okay.
Yeah, good face down. So Arc can face down quite nicely for most of the game, just because so much of his damage comes from out of combat, and any resources he spends prolonging the game is an investment in additional damage. So
Yeah.
you're losing, what did he face down, like a 4? So you're losing the potential for combo into 4 damage or whatnot. But if that gains you 2 more turns, you're at equivalent.
Yeah, you did damage with that 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Art confirmed the only guy who does damage with his face downs. Like, what is that?
Pretty slick technique.
Here he goes again.
Okay. Immediate dodge.
Oh my
no.
goodness.
That's an uncomfortable feeling. This is now ntillerman's game to lose.
Indeed.
Redemption. This is why I think it's particularly tough to play against ntillerman. Something like #fair and balanced after getting hit. Like it's not even that he hits you with the super. Yeah, and this is it. It's over. Yeah. It's not even that he hits you with the super. It's that he doesn't even like hitting you with the super because he thinks the super is like stupid and shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I sometimes I wonder, like, does he enjoy this game? Does he like winning at the game?
He likes winning. He likes
or
winning. It's definitely a winning thing. It's actually come out. I can't remember if he confirmed it on the forums or during a match at some point, but he essentially said, I like to play this game when I'm winning, and otherwise I'm not a big fan. So,
excellent. That's a great mentality for anything.
The problem is it's a double-edged sword, right? If you're beating him, then he helps you beat him, right? Because he's not having fun. He's theoretically it's taking away from his from the resources, like the mental resources that he can spend on the game because he's upset. On the other hand, if he's beating you, then he's having a great time. And it can feel very, very frustrating to play against that psychology. So it's tough. He's a tough opponent. He makes very, very smart decisions overall. So he definitely knows how to play the game.
Oh yeah,
but,
he's one of the top players for sure.
For sure, but it can be very difficult on top of that to deal with him as a psychological entity.
yeah, indeed.
So
we butt heads a lot,
loss
actually.
There for ratxt off of some questionable play in that sixth game, and then unfortunately got hit with silent 45 damage in the last one.
Yeah, he was really aggro. Like he expected, like I said, Grave has to throw, but he threw a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Like already, like it's got to come down to where, just take your foot off the gas pedal, just block a bunch, and just hang out. You have time.
Yeah. And
make him throw you, and that's what I said, right?
Yeah.
If they're not gonna throw, just block. Yeah. Because blocking beats everything but throw.
And it's unfortunate. I think ntillerman played that last. I'm not going to say it's unfortunate that ntillerman played the game correctly. It's unfortunate for ratxt that ntillerman threw him just enough, got enough damage, like looked like he was playing conservative with throws, just throwing when it set up a good situation, or when he had 6 jack or 5 jack or king in hand to really make it count, and then also happened to draw really early and silent True Power of Storms, which is a very deadly combination.
Yeah, totally. And then because if you don't even face down, then he's just gonna toss it.
Absolutely.
There's absolutely no reason why
not to.
Grave, like Grave doesn't need to conserve his cards in the way that some other characters might be like, yeah, if Midori burns his whole Dragon Buster now, I might run out of options.
Yeah.
So even if you don't face down, like sometimes I'll think, yeah, I'll just get this King throw in. That's good enough. I might need the Wrath of Earth later to close it out. Like, I don't know.
For sure.
So then it ends up just, for Grave though, it's just, 3 aces for 45, really, really strong, and you're just going to be able to build it again if you need it.
Yeah. Especially at the game, at the stage of the game that was at, you know, he had 52 health. If that had missed or been jokered, he could basically play mono block. Talk about Arg playing mono block, but he can basically play mono block. He can get thrown a whole bunch. Arg, you know, he deals okay damage off of throws, but nothing incredible. And if Arg plays anything except throws to punish that range, he risks going block, which just gives Grave free access to the cards he needs to power up for True Power of Storms again.
Yeah.
Or even worse, if he runs something into a block, he's potentially giving Grave 2 draws or additional draws off of the next combat reveal. So very, very difficult position once Grave is ahead in that kind of way to claw your way back into the game.
Yeah, and then all Grave really has to do is play kind of a Zane mix-up. Once he's holding the aces, then he can throw into ace for nearly 20. And you do that 4 times, you beat Archigard. It's good. It's so value.
It's pretty
like,
sweet.
The throw ace is so good against a character that is going to want to mono blodge you, and you know, I guess dodging into it is good. And early enough, he's not going to face down, and it just turned out that he had him early.
Yeah.
So this is going to put ratxt1 at 3 and 4 in TOPANDA League, so he's going to be kind of in the middle of the pack where I'm at. Okay. And Tillerman's going to improve to 6 and 4. He's played a lot of games, so
I think he's 8 and 4 now.
8 and 4? Is he done? Has he played all his matches?
I guess that's what it would imply.
He played 5-ek and
I actually don't know. I don't have the standings.
Yeah, he couldn't be, because I haven't seen those matches get played, so there's no way. But in any case, I'm happy to have beat him to put one loss in his column there.
That's right. You got to play spoiler. Make every point count.
Yeah, my only real goal now is just to not lose out of TOPANDA.
Yeah.
And I got hard matches coming, so.
Well, I look forward to it. I'm really enjoying the stream. I love the fact that you're streaming more often.
Yeah.
If I don't catch it live, I make sure to watch it on YouTube. So.
Cool.
It's, yeah, I like the commentary a lot. So thank you very much for having me on. It was a really fun match, a fun set to watch, and always love commentating on Yomi. It's great stuff.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Best
for
game.
Yeah, there we go. We gotta make a fun portmanteau of our names, like every other casting combo does, right?
Yeah. Le Juicer? No. I don't know. Okay, we'll
give more time, man. You don't even say
exactly,
that stuff.
Exactly. I don't want to force it. Don't go too far on the first date.
No, not at all. You go 90 and I come 10, right? All right. Thanks for checking out the stream, guys. This is Leontes and Mystic Juicer on the official Sterling Games stream. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter, and also check the YouTube account for Sterling Games. It's pretty new. Only got a couple videos up there. Been uploading those videos to Steam as well, so catch them anywhere you can. And subscribe, like, follow, do all those things that you do on social media. So thanks again for watching, and have a good night, guys.
Enjoy yourself some Yomi.